Spinnerbait storage, it's been the talk of the fishing industry this winter. Guys talking about storage and winter organization tips. And guys, this is the way that I like to organize my spinnerbaits. I'm utilizing these Busby Quick Cubes. This is a large, deep one. And for about the last 2 years or so, I've been utilizing some of these Busby Quick Cubes to store certain types of plastics. They do a great job of storing like clamshells, so like your Kitech swim baits, buzz baits, some stuff that's like bulkier packaging that's not quite waterproof, like a normal soft plastics bag. I love keeping most of my baits in the original packaging, pretty much everything except for hard baits. I've just found over the years that is the best way to do it. And with spinnerbaits, keeping them in the original packaging, your blades aren't going to clank together. They're not going to get that corrosion on them. I've just found that keeping your spinnerbaits in the original packaging prolongs the life. Some of these baits in here are 5-6 years old probably right now, and they still look brand new. So let's talk about the bag here, the Busby Quick Cube. One thing that caught my eye on this was the waterproof zipper that's on it. And when this thing is sitting upright in my Phoenix, because the way that I store tackle, different than everybody else, but what works for me is I store them like this in there, so it's gonna sit upright, just like this. So the only way water is going to get in this is through this little spot right here on the zipper. Okay, there's a little spot that I feel like water could get in. I have not had water get in this yet. So let me open this up and we'll show you what we got. It's not a very rigid box, you can see here. So it kind of makes it nice for storing because you can kind of form it in there and jam it in and you're not gonna break anything. But you pretty much have to have it on your lap or on the front deck of the boat or something when you're gonna open it up. But all of my spinnerbaits are in the original packaging until I use them. So what do I got in here? A bunch of Strike King, Booyah. I got a few War Eagles in here. 9K lures. This is Epic Eric's River Rat spinnerbait. And here's a few that I want to talk about next. So these are a few of Epic Eric's River Rat spinnerbaits, 9K lures. And I want you to see the bag that I have these stored in. So once I open the case, once I take it out of the package and I'm going to use it, if I don't ruin the spinnerbait, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these 4" by 4", and these are 4mm thick, 4 mil Plymore bags. You get them from Amazon. Let me show you here. So these are the bags. Buy them from Amazon. I'll put the link right here. Show you exactly what I'm getting. You got to get at least a 4 mil thick bag because the thinner diameter ones, they'll rip and they're not going to be waterproof. So these bags, kind of heavy duty, and they're going to keep your baits waterproof. Not only are they in a waterproof container, but then inside that waterproof container, I keep them in a waterproof bag. Like these spinnerbaits right here, this thing's at least a year old and it still looks brand new. Another deal that I love about keeping them in the original packaging is at my house, in the shop, I utilize pegboard. So throughout the year, like right now, I'm packing to go to Florida. So I got a lot of whites. You know, I don't have like my big smallmouth spinnerbaits, like for example, my big chartreuse War Eagle 3/4 ounce. I'm probably not gonna throw this in Florida, but if we're going to Lake Ontario or the St. Lawrence River, I'm gonna throw 5 or 6 of these at least in this container. So then when I'm going to a place that I'm probably not gonna utilize this bait very much, I can take it out of the Busby Quick Cube and throw it right back up on the pegboard wall. And then I can take some spinnerbaits that I might not throw on the St. Lawrence River that are going to be used for muddy water down south, pack them in the Quick Cube, kind of rotate them out, and I don't have to worry about how I'm going to store them when I get home and switch out baits throughout the season, depending on what lake I'm going to. This system, I can store, I mean, I don't even know how many spinnerbaits I got in here, maybe 40, way too many, way more than I need, but it's been working out really well for me, utilizing Busby Quick Cube, keep everything in the original packaging, makes life so much easier.